Hi everyone, my name is Joey Fight. I'm the founder of thephysicaleducator.com, and today I want to talk to you about why society needs to come together and start supporting its teachers. Throughout the pandemic, one of the biggest fears has been the collapse of the healthcare system. If we fail to protect ourselves and others, hospitals will be overwhelmed, nurses and doctors will no longer be able to do their work, and no one will be left to care for us. Now, don't get me wrong. We all need to be doing our part to keep the heroes of the healthcare system safe and to reduce the burden that COVID-19 is putting on our hospitals. However, with all eyes on public health, another crisis has been underway, one that runs the risk of having yet another pillar of society crumble and crash. Teachers are out of steam, they're burning out, and they're leaving the profession. In March 2021, the EdWeek Research Center surveyed teachers and discovered that 54% were thinking about leaving the profession. And that's compared to 34% who would have answered the same in the fall of 2019. A 2021 report by the RAND Corporation found that 78% of teachers experience frequent job-related stress. And that number is even more staggering when we compare it to the 40% of general population adults in the US who experience the same. Knowing that so many teachers are dealing with chronic stress, it should be no surprise to learn that half of them are feeling burnt out and 27% of teachers are experiencing symptoms of depression. Teachers are the foundation of the education system. And although no words can fully describe the impact that teachers have on youth, here are some of the roles they play that many people fail to consider. First of all, teachers are the front line for students' mental health. 50 to 75% of mental health disorders begin before the age of 15. However, here in Canada, only a quarter of youth are receiving the mental health services that they require. The gap between what kids need and what mental health services can provide is too large to bridge. So who helps fill that gap? Teachers. Studies show that the most consistent asset that flourishing youth have is a strong, positive bond with a caring adult, most often a teacher. When we lose teachers, we lose one of the essential support systems that kids need. Teachers also play an essential role in protecting youth. When schools closed due to COVID-19, instances of verbal and physical abuse at home increased. Domestic violence helpline calls saw a 10 to 50% increase in some countries in the first year of the pandemic. However, hospital admissions for abusive head trauma in children under the age of 5 and referrals to child protective services decreased. How is that possible? It's because teachers play an essential role in detecting child abuse. When we lose teachers, we lose the watching eyes that look out for the health and safety of society's youth. Teachers also provide a safe environment in which kids can thrive. Kids don't just go to school to learn, they go to school to build relationships. Many youth also depend on school for meals, shelter, and other basic needs that they just can't get at home. Teachers and other school workers play an active role in creating the nurturing environments kids need to survive. When educators burn out, they can no longer provide that environment that so many kids need, and that's because teacher burnout affects absenteeism rates, professional effectiveness, and turnover. If teachers leave schools, who cares for our children? The reality is that teachers play an active role in helping raise our kids. So let's put our egos aside for a second and recognize that there are things that our kids know, do, and understand that we, as their parents, had no part in helping them acquire. That isn't a knock to our parenting skills, it's a testament to the complexity of raising a child. We all have to do our part to support teachers' well-being, to provide them with the conditions they need to help us raise our children effectively and stop so many outstanding educators from burning out. If you're a fellow parent watching this, ask yourself what you can be doing on a daily basis to support your child's teachers. Talk to your school's administrators about how the school community can be working closely together to create a healthier environment for all of the essential professionals that are dedicated to seeing your kids thrive. Talk to teachers to learn more about the barriers that are getting in their way, and then advocate on their behalf so that they can dedicate the little time, energy, and attention that they have left over after they've given their all to your children to taking better care of themselves. If you're an administrator, district leader, or policymaker, I'm asking you to pay closer attention to what is happening. The only way to move forward in this situation is to do so together. Work in partnership with your teachers and let them guide your decision making when it comes to creating professional environments that empower educators to bring their full selves to their work. Many teachers who are leaving public schools still want to teach. That's why they're moving to private schools, tutor positions, non-traditional teaching roles, and other education-related jobs. Teachers are being drawn to these positions because they offer better work climates, more flexibility, more control over their teaching, fewer work hours, and better pay. Use this knowledge to see how you can improve teacher retention and motivate teachers to stay in our public schools because many of your students' lives literally depend on it. Finally, if you're a teacher watching this, know that despite how the world might be making you feel right now, your work plays an essential role in society. Even more importantly, just please know that you are good enough and that you always have been. Take what you've learned in this video and use it to be fierce when it comes to advocating for yourself and setting strong boundaries for your professional life. Nobody deserves to suffer the pain that chronic stress, burnout, or depression can cause. No one who dedicates their lives to improving the lives of others deserves to feel belittled for their choice to do so. You are helping raise society's children. The small actions that you take every day help shape the lives of our kids. You are teachers, and you should always be made to feel proud to be so. Thank you for everything that you do. Thank you for taking care of my kids. And thank you for making me feel proud to be an educator. Take good care of yourselves, take good care of each other, and happy teaching.